Hello YouTube, it is your boy B3 back with another kicking graphic novel review. It's been a short while since we've done a graphic novel review, and I'm big into monster books right now. It took my whole life. It took 24 years, but I think I finally have superhero fatigue. It took 24 years of binging superheroes nonstop to finally get superhero fatigue. So I'm focusing on monster stuff right now. Today I have a really cool sci-fi book for you guys. The Complete Prometheus Fire and Stone. This is the whole Prometheus Fire and Stone crossover. It is Prometheus Fire and Stone issues 1 through 4. Aliens Fire and Stone issues 1 through 4. Alien vs. Predator Fire and Stone issues 1 through 4. And Predator Fire and Stone issues 1 through 4, and also the Omega issue that kind of ends the whole event, and then there was another issue that was just like a journal entry from the movie Aliens that really seemed out of place and pointless, and I don't know why it was in this book, but other than that, everything was pretty good. We have several main characters that it follows. The main character is this guy who's like really no good. He'll leave people to die. He'll use people as bait against the aliens or the predators, and that's that. And then there's not really one specific xenomorph or anything that stands out. Because you remember, like in the AVP movie, there was the grid alien. It stood out because it had like the net scars. So there wasn't a xenomorph that stood out in this movie at all. In this book at all. There was a predator that stood out. They called him Ahab. I think NECA might have even made an Ahab predator figure, I feel like. Maybe. I should double check that. But the Ahab predator was like this older predator who had like a big scarred eye. And he has spent his life hunting an engineer. And there was an engineer that stood out. There was an engineer that was on this moon. And the whole thing the engineer was doing was just killing anything that was affected by the black goo, the primordial goo from the Prometheus movie, and also xenomorphs. He just killed a bunch of xenomorphs too, you know. That's how it do. But the story goes, this salvage crew ends up on this moon, and the moon is unexpectedly teeming with life. It was supposed to be a desert moon that they were salvaging. But the primordial ooze from the Prometheus movie was making everything grow and evolve at like a hyper rate. Like billions of years of evolution happened in like a century. So they're going through all that, and then it turns out there are a bunch of xenomorphs on the planet, and that kind of fucks everybody up. And some people get left behind by other survivors who don't want to go down to rescue them. And then that's pretty much the end of the Prometheus one. And then there is the Aliens one, which is actually a prequel to that, and it's about the crew that was there before them, and it showed also lots of the research and etc. that was done on the mountain, blah blah blah. And spoiler alert, the mountain is just a giant organism, and I knew it would be. So that's that. So it's about a crew that was wrecked before them, and it focuses on the xenomorphs. And then the AVP one is Eldon, who was this synthetic being that was injected with the black goo, and he became a life form, is leading like an army of xenomorphs onto this ship to find the guy that injected him, and get some like answers. Like if you could confront your creator, what would you ask them? You know, like if you could confront God, if there is such a thing, what would you ask them? Well, that was kind of his thing. He wanted to confront his creator, and etc. And then some predators showed up to attack, and it turns out the predators kind of wanted this engineer weapon that was found in the first part, because in the Predator story, he finds that weapon and the guy holding it, and he drags that guy back to the moon so that the Predator can kill the engineer, which is actually a pretty dope fight. It's really brutal. It's pretty brutal. I really liked that fight. And then there's like, and then the Omega is just what happens to everybody after. what happens with their lives, which is, you know, I mean, lots of comic companies do Omega issues to just wrap everything up. Like the Minimum Carnage event we did had an Omega issue, so I think we've already reviewed that. We've already reviewed that, I'm pretty sure. Maybe we didn't. Maybe we didn't review Minimum Carnage. I feel like we did. I don't know. If I haven't reviewed Minimum Carnage, I'll do it at some point. I know I have it. But, I probably should have done this first. But I'm going to read you the back of the book. Here, I got it on Kindle. Because I have trouble finding affordable physical copies of a lot of these Alien books for some reason. Prometheus, a universe of terror drawn to one world. The moon LV-223, resting place of the doomed Prometheus expedition. Possible source of all organic life. And nightmarish source of ultimate destruction. Now a new generation of explorers hopes to uncover the mysteries of this strange and dangerous world, but what they find may lead to humanity's undoing. This comprehensive hardcover collection assembles the entirety of Dark Horse's epic Fire and Stone crossover saga, plus over 70 pages of behind-the-scenes content, which is really cool, behind-the-scenes content, by the way. Lots of the time I don't really care that much about behind-the-scenes content in comics, but this one was really interesting. Featuring contributions from some of comics' most extraordinary talent, including Kelly Sue DeConnick, Paul Tobin, they were the heads, Chris Robertson, Christopher Selba, Joshua Williamson, Augustin Alesso, Juan Freire, Patrick Reynolds, Ariel Ovaletti, and Christopher Mooneyham. And of course it's from Dark Horse Comics. Dark Horse has been doing these Alien Pred books forever. So that's it. Prometheus, the Complete Fire and Stone. I really liked it. And I've actually already bought the first Aliens Omnibus. So I'm going to be doing the Aliens Omnibuses, the Predator Omnibuses, the AVP Omnibuses. I'm going to be doing all the Omnibus books. Just because I love Alien and Predator so much. I actually just rewatched Predator. And on my, we do lots of reviews of these like monster movies and stuff on my second channel, B3 Productions. So if you want to see cool movie reviews, I've already reviewed the first 4 Alien films, and I believe I have reviewed all 4 Predator films. I think I have reviewed The Predator. Yeah, I have. I've reviewed Alien Covenant as well. So I've reviewed all the Alien and Predator films, and I haven't reviewed either of the AVPs, but I'll get around to that. So that's it. Thank you all once again for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I'll see you all next time.